Merry Christmas to everyone. If you are looking for a high-end computer with no budget limit, you just want the best of the best, this video is going to be for you. I will show you the best $4,000 gaming PC build that you can get, and trust me when I say that some people with this budget usually end up buying something that's not actually the best of the best. They end up spending too much on components that don't really matter if you want the best performance for gaming, content creation, and productivity work. With this system, you can do it all with no issues: ray tracing games, 4K resolution on ultra settings, content creation and streaming on the highest level. As I said before, there's no limit, it's just the best of the best in my opinion, and you will have the link to all of these components down below in the video description, and I will explain everything as simple as possible and show you the estimated gaming performance as well. That way, even if you're a beginner to PCs and you just want to spend money and get the best performance, you will be able to understand what I'm saying. With that being said, let's start. For the CPU, we have the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X3D. This is a 16-core processor that's going to be top tier for both gaming and content creation. It's also one of my favorite CPUs in the market, especially if you have a budget like this, since not only is one of the best CPUs that you can get for gaming and productivity work, but also is super power efficient. While the i9 14900K, which is the competition for the CPU, has a TDP of 253 watts, the 7950X3D has a TDP of 120 watts. Basically, it consumes half of the power that the 14900K does and is usually faster for gaming, even though you will not notice the difference. Anyway, for the CPU cooler, we have the NZXT Kraken 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, and honestly, I usually say that it doesn't make sense to buy these type of coolers, especially from NZXT, because of how expensive they are. But since we are talking about a $4,000 budget, aesthetics are important as well. This CPU cooler is going to be amazing, and even though it's an overkill for our Ryzen 9, the looks and performance is going to be top tier. Then for the motherboard, we have the Gigabyte X670 Aorus Elite AX AM5 motherboard. This one has plenty of features for gaming, content creation, and productivity work, and you have 4 M.2 slots, meaning that you can always upgrade your storage down the line, and it has Wi-Fi included as well. Then for the memory, we have 96 gigs of DDR5 memory, 6000 MHz CL30 timings. This is really fast memory, and trust me, for gaming you do not need anything more than 32 gigs of RAM or even more than 16 gigs. But since we are talking about a $4,000 PC that can do it all, 96 gigs is going to be amazing, especially if you want to do heavy content creation. Then for the storage, we have 4 terabytes total between 2 different drives, the Samsung 990 Pro and the Crucial P5 Plus. The Crucial P5 Plus is slightly slower in terms of speeds, so I would recommend you putting your favorite games there, and then the Samsung 990 Pro is faster, so I do recommend you transferring the heaviest files there, for example heavy videos and just very heavy files in general. Then for the graphics card, and the most important component when it comes to gaming, we have the best of the best, of course, the RTX 4090, which you can get right now for $1,890 on Amazon. Maybe when you're watching this video is out of stock and the price is different, but as of right now you can actually buy it and it ships from Amazon too. In terms of performance, as I said before, is the best of the best. There's no game that you can't run on ultra settings, even at 4K resolution, and on a 13 game average at 4K on high to ultra settings where high demanding games are being tested. The RTX 4090 is able to average 144 FPS, being the best by far on the list. And then at 1440p on that 13 game average, the 4090 has a 214 FPS average. However, I do not recommend it for 1440p. If you're going to spend this amount of money on a system, I do recommend you getting a 4K resolution monitor. And with the CPU and GPU combo, you will be able to play any game, as I said before, and if you want to play easier to run games such as Fortnite, Valorant, and these type of shooters, you will be achieving 360 plus FPS on average with no issues. Then for the case, we have the NZXT H6 Flow RGB edition, meaning that it already comes with 3 pre-installed fans. I love this case, I really like how it looks, and if we are going to have that NZXT look on the entire system, we must have an NZXT case. The airflow is great as well, which is going to be much needed for a Ryzen 9 7950 X3D combined with the RTX 4090. I also added one extra NZXT fan for 20 bucks. You are going to be putting that extra one on the back of the system, and then you are going to be putting the 360 all-in-one liquid cooler on the top, so it's going to be 7 fans total. Plenty of airflow and the cooling is going to be great. And last but not least, the power supply. We need a capable power supply for the RTX 4090. That's why I picked the Superflower LEDX Platinum 1200 watt 80 plus platinum power supply. This one is A tier rated, which is what you're going to need for a PC with the RTX 4090, and 1200 watts is going to be enough for the CPU and GPU combo. The total price when I'm recording this video is $4,015, so very expensive, but if you have the budget to buy it and you just want a computer that's the best of the best and you do not want to worry about hardware for a long time, this is the right way to go, since budget is not a problem here. You are getting an upgradable system because you are on the M5 platform, and the best performance for gaming right now. For this PC build, I do recommend you a 4K 144Hz monitor, or even a 4K 240Hz one if you want to play esports titles and actually compete on a high level. Remember, all the links will be in the description for these components, and you will also find a link where you can ask me for personal PC help. Maybe you have a different budget, or maybe you have different needs and your primarily focus is content creation, or perhaps you want a Prebuilt PC instead. Whatever the case may be, I will help you out personally and give you the perfect PC depending on your situation. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.